And we are back, YouTube. Welcome to Wayne's World of Gaming, where we play, talk about, and collect everything PlayStation. We're going to sort out some of the room today. Basically, I got my Ed 209 and Robocop NECA figures. I'm going to be setting them up. I'm going to put them up on... I'm going to get rid of this shelf, because it's not needed at the moment. And I'm going to set them up on here. We're going to shift this unit over slightly, so it's not underneath this cupboard here, under the shelf. So it's going to be central then toward between those two shelves, and then we're going to get the Robocop and Ed 209 up on here as a nice little display. That's job number one. We've got all this stuff here that I've picked up on Christmas and whatever. I'm thinking of moving all my VHS. I am going to be moving them down this little area here. As you can see, I've got a gap. Let's turn the camera around, it's flipping easier. As you can see, I've got a gap here. So I did have my PS5 box, my PS5 Pro box, and some other bits of the disk drive box and stuff. I've put all them under the bed. I'm going to put my VHS here. I'd probably stack them a little so they come up to this sort of height. I'll have another little shelf there for the bits and bobs to go on top, which then clears this space. I'll have another space here. I'm going to get one of these bookcases. I was tempted to get another full height one. Get rid of those shelves, and then I can have a full height one there, and then maybe put another full height one there. The wall does stick out slightly, but I've measured, excuse the bed, I haven't made the bed this morning. I have measured, and because of the depth of the shelves, they'll come out slightly more than there. Well, if I screw them both together, there will be a little gap behind, but, you know, this sort of gap, but who cares? It should just line up with this here. So I can still get access to the boiler if I need it, and then we will have another 2 rows of shelves like that. My only issue is I'm spending the money on these shelves, and when we move, they are not going to be compatible, because basically the room I'm having is a little conservatory. I can't have big shelves. I'm going to keep those ones. They're going to go in the corner of the conservatory. But everything else, I was going to have half bookshelves so we can still see the windows, if that makes sense. So what I'm thinking is maybe getting a half bookcase here, half bookcase there, basically getting 4, screwing them all together. So then when we do move, I can just unscrew them, and then I've got them, they're ready for when we move as well. So I don't have to buy them when we move. Probably won't be happening today. I've priced them up, the 38 quid a unit, so say 40 quid, so that's 160 quid just on shelving. We'll have to empty all this, and get it all. But that's the plan at the moment. But I think for today, it's going to be sorting out that so we can get that, and then we can get the VHS over here, and I might just buy one of the units for now that'll slot under there, so then I can get some of this put away and or adjust and move some of my other collector's editions, if that makes sense. Man, that was a mouthful. That was a lot longer than I thought it would be. But yeah, that's the plan. But first thing we're doing, I've got 3 games, well, 4 games. One of them is a double. Someone's bought 2. I've got 4 games to post, so we're going to in-post locker. We're going to drop off at Yodel. I've got a parcel to pick up from the in-post locker, which I am super excited for. It's a Resident Evil item. I've got another Resident Evil item here, which is really rare. I'm excited to show you that. And then we're gonna pop to Ebervale. My lad wants to go to the collector sector because he has got some Christmas money burning a hole in his pocket, so he wants to get some Pokemon cards. And we'll have a look around while we're there. He does sell the odd game as well, so maybe he'll have something for me. And there's some charity shops and whatnot as well. So I'll see you all there. We'll go to the in-post locker first, and then I'll catch up with you back at the room. So we are back. And it was the worst shopping trip known to man. So I ordered a bookcase from Argos. Said can collect from today, great. So I ordered that, paid for that. We went to Ebervale, went to Argos, give them my collection number. It's not here till Monday, so I couldn't get that at all. So we've got no bookcase to go here. And then the collector sector was closed. We did go around a few other little shops, but nothing special. I'll just run through like a little video of what we've seen, and I'll do a little bit of voiceover or something. But yeah, we've got that shelf down now. we have got Ed 209 and Robocop up. Let's turn the camera around. There they are in all their glory. Got a bit of discharge coming out of his gun. Boom. VHS has moved over to here now. It does make the room feel a little more claustrophobic, I'm not going to lie. And obviously, because I've turned them up the other way, there's not as much shelf space on top. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. This is my collection of coins from when I was a kid. Like, I'm never throwing that away, because they're actually mine from when I was a kid. I haven't rebought those were mine, so they're not going anywhere, but I do need to find somewhere to sight them a bit better now. But yeah, that's that done there. But it's left me now with this big open gap here until the shelves turn up, and then these are things that I need to resight now my PS Vita, PSP, and then I've got another PSP here. That Vita box is actually empty though, because the Vita is up here on a stand. And then I've got another PSP. So I've got two black PSPs, a white boxed one, and then the Vita. But I do like to have the box on display because I think it's quite a nice box. But yeah, we need to find something for that. Some space for that, I should say. Maybe it can go up here, I don't know. But then I'm going to be swapping the shelves around. I'll work something out. Got some posts. We'll run through that in a sec. I'll just show you first with the bits we seen when we was out and about. So here we are, this is cash exchange. We popped here, obviously the other shops we wanted to go to was closed. I did pick a game up from here, and I will show you when we get back to the room. But I found another shop in a different town, Derek's Exchange. I've never been here before, didn't know what to expect, but it looked similar to a pawn shop, so I thought I'd have a gander. Loads of wrestling figures. I don't know if any of them are the Hasbros. Not really what I'm into, so I didn't really look. But this shop was very heavy on wrestling. There was a fair bit of Lego and Funko Pops. It was mostly toys, if I'm honest, in this store. But there was some games here. I did send a photo of these over to Wayne at Another Yorkshireman on his channel, because obviously he's going for the full PS1 set, but he owns all these, so to be honest, it wasn't the best condition anyway. And then we had PS5, PS4, the usual suspects. There was a game that I did see that I ifed and hard about, and I checked CEX and they had a really good price on it, to be fair. I'll show you that one in a sec, but this is a great game if you haven't played this, Fahrenheit on the PS2. I've actually sold my copy now, I think, with when I sold a lot of my collection off, but great game, especially if you like your Heavy Rain and that type of game. Now this is the game, A Way Out. They had £18 on this. This is actually a £32 game in CX, so I thought that was a bit of a bargain. And I may just pick it up to flip. What you gonna do, brother? But yeah, as you can see, heavy on wrestling. Retro Rob, I know I sent you a photo of these, but let me know if there's any of those you want me to look at. I will go back and get them. And on the way out, I thought these were pretty cool. Rick and Morty. These are obviously a new delivery that's just been in. They must sell new stuff as well. So there we are. That was my little shopping trip. Wasn't great, as you can see. I did pick up one game though, which I shall show you in a sec. But Derek's Exchange was a nice little find. I've never been there before. It's very varied in what it's got. All sorts of different bits and bobs. But some of the games are pretty good prices. That No Way Out, £18, £38 in CX. I was well impressed. So I might pick that up, but I have heard it. You can only play it as a two-player. You can't play it singly. So I might just get that to ship it on, possibly. You know, maybe I could sell it on eBay for 30 or something. Who knows? But yeah, I will definitely be popping back to Derek's Exchange at some point. We then went to the normal cash exchange, which I picked up this game here. Trepang 2. It's been on my radar for a little while. I've seen it here and there, and I thought, oh, shall I, shan't I? And then Jordan from Wild Game Hunting picked it up. He still hasn't played it yet, but apparently it's a bit like a Fear. So if you've ever played Fear on the PS3 or Fear, well, Fear actually was. I'm confused now. Was Fear on the PS3? Or yeah, it was. Yeah, all three of them was on the PS3. I thought one of them was an Xbox exclusive, but no, I don't think it is. I think 1 to 3 was on the PS3 because I bought them all. It's very similar to Fear, apparently. I'll put some gameplay footage up. So, yeah, I picked this up. It says, you are Subject 106. You have memories of your post-life. You have been infused with supernatural abilities. Revenge is on your mind, and you are stopped at nothing to get what you want. Deliver devastating punches, sneak around the shadows, wield explosive weapons, and give your former captors a taste of their own medicine. The reason I pulled the trigger on that this time was it was 10 quid. It's an £18 gaming CX, so £8 saving there. So I thought, why not? And let's just get it, just add some more shit to the shelves. I've put this here as a reminder because I keep forgetting. Daniel Sanford, get in contact, mate. This is your little USB cover, the PS1 retro thing that you won in the giveaway. Get in contact so we can get that out to you, please. Email or Instagram or TikTok, either DM me or email, please, buddy. And now, Resident Evil pickups. These are two things I've wanted for ages. One of these things, I'm not going to lie, I've wanted for 23 years maybe. And when I say I wanted it, I seen it as a teenager in PlayStation Magazine. I'll see if I can get a photo of the actual advert, because I used to see it all the time. And I was a Resident Evil fan then, and I'm still a Resident Evil fan. I never got it as a kid, just didn't. And then I wasn't collecting games, life moves on, I wasn't even gaming for 10 years. And then when I started collecting again, I looked it up and I thought, right, I'm going to get one of those. It's not, I don't want to say it's super rare, but it's not something you come across every day. Not a boxed one anyway. I'll just show you it regardless, but I'm super happy to get it. I think I had it at a reasonable price. And the item in question is the Resident Evil pad for the PS1. Now this is made by, I don't know how you pronounce it, is it ASCII? I remember this in PlayStation Magazine when I was a kid. I used to look at it and think that would be so cool to play Resident Evil with. Now you can get these all over eBay, but they're hard to find boxed. Like I've had a look now before I recorded this. I can only find two on eBay, and they're like €500 or €400 or something ridiculous, which is going to translate to what, I don't know, not far off, 400 or 500 quid. They're pretty much £1 for €1 nowadays, isn't it? They're far off. So silly money. Don't get me wrong, the box is slightly damaged here. As you can see, there's a rip there. It's a bit dented, but for the money, I'm well happy with that. I'm just so happy to get a boxed one. It comes with a manual as well. Here, it does have a bend on the corner, but who cares? It's like 30 years old, so it's all there, the manual. And then obviously you have the controller. If you're unfamiliar with this controller, it was designed specifically to play Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2. So this is your aim button here. So it's like a gun handle. Is it called a handle? Gun grip. That's your... No, that's not your aim button, is it? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's probably your fire button, obviously, you dickhead. That's your aim button, so that's your ready, and then that's your fire. You've got your run. Everything is just set up perfectly to play Resident Evil. Now, I'm going to have a playthrough of Resident Evil with this at some point. I don't know when. I may actually record it for the channel. I think it'd be a cool little video trying this out. And I'll also try out the chainsaw controller on Resident Evil 4. So yeah, that'll be a nice little video, I think, but I'm super happy to get this. I was watching one on eBay. It was 120 quid. It was there for a while and it disappeared. And this one I've been watching a while on Vinted. I didn't pull the trigger and it's been sat there for ages. I think he wanted 110 quid. It's been there ages. No one seemed to buy it. And then after Christmas, or around Christmas time, I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull it. I made him an offer of 80 quid and he accepted. So, like, the controller alone goes for around 40 to 50 quid. And I know you're paying 30 quid for cardboard, but that's just the game we're in, isn't it, folks? If you want retro gaming stuff or retro games, the cardboard is where most of the money is. I think that was a steal for 80 quid. Let me know what you think in the comments. But that is something I have wanted since I was around 15 years old. And I'm super happy to add that to the collection. Which then brings me on to my last piece of Resident Evil I picked up this week or whatever. I mentioned this in a previous video. I don't know if you remember, but I said I ordered it. It was coming from the States and it's taken a while to come. The day has arrived. This is something I've wanted since I started collecting. I thought it'd be easy to get. It is definitely not. And that in the question is the Resident Evil 3 Steelbook. I have scoured the internet for, well, probably a year now looking for these for a reasonable price. You can get custom made ones. It doesn't have the Nemesis on. It's like this and some other different artwork. It's not the official one. This is the official one. The reason it's so hard to get hold of, it was only ever released in the US and it was a GameStop exclusive. So if you bought the game from GameStop, you would get this. If you didn't get it. So that just shows how little amount there was in the world. So to get it in the UK is pretty hard. Every time I've looked for it, I've seen listings of £600. I'll put a photo up now. This is the only photo I could find of one listed on eBay was this, 300 quid. But I did look again today and another one's popped up, 250 quid. For a piece of steel, that is ridiculous money, and I was never going to pay that. It was just so far out of my ballpark. I was like, there's no chance I'm paying it, no matter how much I wanted it. However, I was looking, as I always do, and this gentleman was selling it. He had it up for $72, which is the equivalent of around 50 quid, I think. I was even cheekier. I sent him an offer of $50 and he accepted. So I paid about £32 for this, which is an absolute steal because it's something you just don't see. If you don't believe me, check, see if you can find one. At the moment, I can find two on eBay. One's 300 quid and one's 250. Other than that, I can't find any more. So to get that was 32 quid. Obviously, shipping was expensive from the US, $24, which is, I don't know, I think I paid about 55 quid all in, and that's with the shipping. So I am over the moon with that. And that means I've completed my Resident Evil Steelbook set. I'll stick a little bit of overlay of that. I do believe I've got all the Steelbooks now. Let me know if I'm missing any. But yeah, this is a grail for me. This is something I didn't think I'd have. And to get it, I'm just over the moon. Absolutely. I'm even going to get a protector for this because I am over the moon with that. But it's been a reason I think it was a lot cheaper. There is a slight ding in it there, which I am more than happy to live with. To have a £250 saving at least, I am just over the moon with that. So yeah, that is something big ticked off my personal wish list. So that is my Resident Evil pickups this week. I haven't got a lot of games to show you, unfortunately. I did get Treepang 2, but that was about it. I will try and get out hunting a bit more now, and hopefully the car boots will start up again soon. And that's about it for this week, folks. I will see you next week. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe because you don't want to miss next week's episode. We are actually getting a new bookcase. It's content you don't want to miss, a new bookcase, honestly. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss that like massive piece of history in the making, you know, and getting a new bookcase. But yeah, the new bookcase should be here, so we'll get all that set up and set out. And I want to have a chat to you with where I'm going now, collecting wise. There's not a lot of games I want at the minute, unfortunately. So I want to have a chat to you with my plans. I'm probably going to get the whiteboard out because I haven't had the whiteboard out in a while. Old school, Wayne's Retro World, do you remember? I'm going to write a list of what I want to get all of 2025, and we will be checking them off as we go along through the year. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and as always, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and game on.
Big respect to the gamer, name of Wayne, in his world PlayStation reigns the same, and he's got love for the levels, high score or not. But for now, he'll show you why his collection's hot. Wayne's World! Game save!